Is it a top 5 Teena Marie song? For me, it is. I mean, your Teena Marie top 10 might be different. Your Teena Marie top 5 might be different. But it's absolutely a top 5 for me because every time I hear that song, it just stops me in my tracks like, yo, I need to be grateful for what's going on in my life. Maybe I might not have everything I want or everything I need, but what I do have right now is enough. What's going on, everybody? You're right on time for another ride on the Groove Line with your host, Chris Stevens. Hopefully, you all are doing well out there. Hopefully, the midpoint of the week is treating you kindly. It's Wednesday, a couple more days till the weekend. Hopefully, you guys make it there unscathed, as it's very rare in these days and times that any of us makes it through a week unscathed. But that's what On the Groove Line is for. You get to come here, talk music, chill out, remember some of your favorites from back in the day, or discover some new stuff. And as I said earlier this week, this is 1980 week. It wasn't anything that was specifically planned, but I looked at everything that I wanted to talk about and that I hadn't talked about yet. And I was like, damn, everything starts in 1980. So that's what we're going to do. And this is the Mary Christine Brockert portion of the program, which is surprising. I'm surprised that I have not talked about Teena Marie enough. I love her. My older sister was a Teena Marie fan. That's how I got to be a Teena Marie fan. And we're going to talk about her second album from 1980, not her first, but the second album, which was released on August 14th of that year, called Irons in the Fire. Just look at this cover art, man. Like, she just looks so like hot. I mean, like literally, she's wrapped up in, I don't know if it's like a caftan or I don't know if they had muumuus in 1980. I don't know. Somebody who's a little older than me could tell me. I don't know if that's just a regular old robe or it might even be a bed cover. I don't know. But she looks very resplendent by this fireplace with the title Irons in the Fire. Of course, Irons in the Fire means that you got a lot of things going on. And we'll talk about the title track in a minute. But I just wanted to give you guys this cover art. I mean, it's one of my favorites of the 80s, man. It's just like, man, Teena Marie was dope. Like, she was a great musician, but she was also fine too. Make no mistake about it. God rest her soul. So it starts off with I Need Your Lovin'. And that bass line, like you hear that bass line from a mile away. If you grew up in the 80s and you're an R&B fan, you know that. You already know what time it is. It's time to hit the dance floor. And, I Need Your Lovin', it's right up there with Behind the Groove from Lady T. And I find it interesting that her first two albums were produced by a pair of Ricks. You got Rick James on Wild and Peaceful and Richard Rudolph, Minnie Riperton's husband and Maya Rudolph's dad. He was producing he produced Lady T with her, but I remember he said on Her Unsung, he said, "Oh no, baby, you don't need me, you got this." So Berry Gordy heard that and said, "All right, she can go ahead and do her own stuff." And Irons in the Fire is Lady T's first fully self-produced work. And she said in an interview shortly before she passed that it was her favorite album. And I can hear why. Just going back and listening to it, like I said, I Need Your Love, and like that title, I mean, that track is just like, it's a dance floor classic. Like, and just the way the chorus starts, because Money never did a thing for Lovin'. Like, just people love the spell stuff. I think that's what's missing in music, the educational aspect of it. Like, you had Aretha and Otis Redding spelling Respect. You had, Whitney Houston, breaking down what's going on with the money situation on, if it's not right, it's okay. Friday night, 5 you and your boys went out to eat. And 6 of y'all went out. Then 4 of you were really cheap. Because only 2 of you, never mind. You get the picture. There was an educational element in the music. That's what I'm talking about is missing today. But yeah, you had to spell it out back then. Money never did a thing for Lovin'. Like, we ain't got to be rich. We got each other. And I mean, there's still relationships like that today. I'm not going to get on here and, bemoan any battle of the sexes type foolishness. This ain't the podcast for that. And nor is that my, take on the matter. But it just feels like a lot of the times back in the day, love was really all a lot of people needed to get by. And that was reflected in the music. But yeah, I Need Your Lovin' is absolutely, a fave of mine. And so is Young Love. Young Love was the I Need Your Lovin' was the single from the album. Where did it go? I want to say I Need Your Lovin' went number 9 on R&B, number 37 pop, and 2 on dance. So by that qualification in 1980, it's a hit. And Young Love was the second single in the first half of 1981. That one didn't do very well. That didn't even hit the R&B top 40, but it's one of Teena Marie's best aching ballads because it feels like it's another one of those, her and Rick are breaking up again type of deals. It's just, I mean, Young Love just hits you like if you've been in a relationship with somebody for a long time, if y'all were young starting out, and then as y'all get older, y'all grow apart. It's like, damn, why are we growing old on each other now? And it just hits you in a place that if you've been there, you understand it. And it's just like, damn, our young love has gotten old really, really quickly. And we got to move on. Next up is First Class Love. And I like that one. I mean, it's another funky upbeat track. Like, you could tell that Teena really enjoyed cutting dance tracks. I mean, her balladry is among the best of the 80s, make no mistake about it, but she loved to cut up on the dance floor now. That's what everybody said about her concerts. Like, her concerts were parties. And she's one of the people that I hate that I miss seeing live. Like, there was a question on Blue Sky one day, said, who is the artist who is no longer with us that you wish you could have seen? 4 off the rip. Prince, Mike, Rick, and Teena. That's my 4 off the rip. The ones that I missed while they were alive. Those are the ones that I'll never see. And that's why it was so important for me to see the people that I did get to see. Like, getting this, have my mom going to see Frankie Beverly for the final time in Philadelphia last summer 2024, and going to see Stevie Wonder for the first time that fall. Oh my God, I can't wait. The 1 year anniversary of me going to see Stevie's coming up. Yes, I'm going to wear that out. I'm sorry. But yeah, Teena Marie is someone that I missed seeing live. And then, of course, comes the title track, Irons in the Fire. And it's like, it's not a traditional gospel song, but the spirituality of Teena Marie just can't be understated. Like, she felt things on a spiritual and holistic level differently than most folks. Like, she's talking about counting all the blessings in her life. And then the crescendo of the song, here I am. I'm just a fragment of my God. Heavenly Father, hear me. Sometimes life seems to be so hard, but with you as my desire, Spirit's going to build me higher. I've got to keep my irons in the fire. Like, I don't know how you don't listen to that song and just feel redeemed and motivated and whole. Like, I mean, Quiet Storm Radio played that for years. I mean, WDAS was Quiet Storm. God rest Tony Brown. He loved Irons in the Fire. The original Quiet Storm on WHUR, when I lived in Maryland for a time, I'd hear Irons in the Fire a lot. And it's not a love song per se, but it is absolutely a spiritual song, an element of this woman who is 23, 24 years old is like, I look at the silver skies and I sigh, thankful for all the blessings in my life. Like, it's like, yeah, I mean, her dream. I mean, she was living her dream because remember, she signed with Motown when she was 18, 19. And she got put, in some tenuous situations until Rick James took an interest in her music and her as a person and was like, yeah, let me produce her. And of course, Wild and Peaceful comes out in the spring of 79, and then her career is off and running. But by the time she's, in the recording stage of Irons in the Fire, it's like, yo, I've come a long way in 4 or 5 years. Let me be grateful. Let me reflect on this. And that's what the title track of Irons in the Fire basically is. And is it a top 5 Teena Marie song? For me, it is. I mean, your Teena Marie top 10 might be different. Your Teena Marie top 5 might be different. But it's absolutely a top 5 for me because every time I hear that song, it just stops me in my tracks like, yo, I need to be grateful for what's going on in my life. Maybe I might not have everything I want or everything I need, but what I do have right now is enough. And that's what Irons in the Fire represents to me. So yes, absolutely a top 5 Teena Marie song for me. But the sleeper on this album, I had to go back and listen to it like 5 or 6 times because how in the hell did I miss the funk workout, the stomp that is Chains? Holy damn. Like, listening to Chains, like, it's so funny because it starts off with, a reprise of Stevie Wonder's vocal part on Living for the City. A jury of your peers having found you guilty. 20 years. Was it 20 or 10? I can't remember. Which is funny because I'm a Stevie stan. I should know this. But on this version, the court the judge voice says, jury of your peers having found you guilty of love in the first degree, we sentence you to love. And she's talking about, a baby's got me locked up in his chains. Like, and I mean, just, it's a groove, man. It is a groove. Make no mistake about it. Like I had to go back and listen. Like I said, I listened to that back to back. I was like, yo, this is funkier than a mug. Like, my goodness. And it just it just tells you, just like I said, Teena Marie loved up tempo joints. I mean, she was a great artist all around, no matter the tempo. But that dance floor stuff, you could tell she was really alive. Like she literally just ascended on a lot of these up tempos, man. Like her bag was just like deep, 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 deep. Then of course there's the Teena Marie favorite of a lot of fans, "You Make Love Like Springtime," which was co-written with her lifelong bestie Mickey Hearn, and the uh the uh the Latin Caribbean flavor of that joint really can't be understated because Paulino DaCosta plays on that song, and you could tell. So Teena Marie, she was not just a talented God-given artist, but she was also a student of music. Like, she just literally took the elements of everyone that influenced her and she admired, and put her spin on it, and was able to create a great career for herself. Make no mistake about it. And "You Make Love Like Springtime" is just like one of those songs that just makes you feel good, no matter who you are or who you with, or even if you're by yourself. You can still just, find yourself, doing a little show. "You make love like springtime." And it's fun. It's a fun record. Tune in tomorrow. Wouldn't call it fun, but I would call it another one of those. Where is this love going? What we gonna do? Are we moving forward or what? Are we moving forward together? Or are we moving forward apart? Tune in tomorrow. And this is when people really started watching TV on like a regular basis. I mean, people watch TV all the time in the 70s, don't get me wrong, but TV really became a national obsession by the turn of the 80s. So that's how, I mean, and TV shows had cliffhangers for years. So, what would be like? Tune in tomorrow. Like, what's going to happen with this? Is the guy going to get the girl? Are they going to, stop fighting over the family properties and all of that stuff? Tune in tomorrow. So that's basically what tune in tomorrow is like. Yo, is this love of ours going to last? Guess we got to tune in tomorrow to find out. And then of course there's a reprise of "You Make Love Like Springtime" to close it out. So "Irons in the Fire," make no mistake about it, was a success. It reached number 9 on the on the R&B charts. It was called the Black Music Charts back in those days. It's R&B and hip hop now, but back then it was the Black Music Charts. And it reached number 37 on the pop chart. So definitely a successful album for Teena Marie and Motown. And this showed everyone that this small Spitfire from, Southern California, Venice Beach, could do her own thing and do it well. And it was just the beginning for her, because It Must Be Magic came out the year after that. She fought for her freedom in Motown, went to another label and put out "Robbery" and "Star Child" back to back, my 2 favorite Teena Marie albums. So, I have a lot of favorite Teena Marie albums. They're most of her stuff, everything that she cut while she was alive, you can't go wrong with. Bottom line. I don't care. Even the later year stuff, even the Cash Money records are good. Of course, in Congo Square. Oh my God, in Congo Square, when she jumped on that track with Faith Evans, boy, "Can't Last a Day." That was a match made in heaven. Understand me. But yeah, Teena Marie, a class act, a legend. We miss her every day. And the reason she came up this week was because I saw a news piece that her daughter, Alia Rose, said that she's moving forward with producing her mother's biopic. And that makes me feel good because it's her daughter that's in charge of this. Like, sometimes you leave this stuff in the hands of other people, and other people take liberties with other people's life stories. I don't like that. What I do like is that Teena Marie's daughter is in charge of her biopic. That gives me a great sense of comfort, knowing that she's going to do her mother's legacy right. And I'm looking forward to it whenever it drops. Everybody's like, Joanna Levesque is going to be Teena Marie. Works for me. Let's get it done. And that's going to do it for this ride on the Groove Line. Greatly appreciate y'all. As always, contact information will be in the description below. Hey, we have fun here, and we're consistent. As you guys can see, I've been putting out an episode every other day, and that's going to continue because we're going to talk about a very important song in the history of a family band that changed its name. That's a really good hint for you old schoolers out there, especially you guys from the Midwest. I think you guys already know who I'm talking about. You might. You only got a couple choices. You can just go with the less obvious choice if that's your choice, but just stick around for Friday's Groove Line. I think you'll like it. So thank y'all for riding with me on this edition of the Groove Line. And until the next time we ride, may you find the groove or the groove find you.